come into this game winless. They're off be huge blow-off losses. You flip a coin here. I've got it coming up the Hurricanes. I think Morris County East just has a little more talent. I've got the East winning a close game on the road, 30-26.
I think being in the Big Red Valley is going to help Cherokee keep it close, but I think Morris County East is just going to be able to pull this one out towards the end.
Johnson County at Sullivan Central. Big ball game here, and I was going back and forth. I thought this may be my upset special, but the much improved Cougars have played tough, led during their first two games, but eventually falling to Sullivan North 30-20 and Chucky Doak 28-26. Johnson County has beaten Sullivan East, but then lost to Hampton. Defense wins championships. Johnson County still has a lot of returners back from that great defense last year. I've got Johnson County on the road. I want to go with the Cougars, but I just can't until you prove it to me. Johnson County 21, Sullivan Central 18.
You just stole my line. You were getting all excited last week when Central had
I
that
know,
lead.
I know.
You're going to have to prove to me you can win before I'm going to pick you.
So, again, that's going a little bit through Northeast Tennessee. We'll take a quick minute break, come back, start talking about Southwest Virginia, our Premier Pharmacy Players of the Week, and then Rob will let us know who's starting and some of the injury updates, and we'll go from there. So, again, folks, we certainly do appreciate you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Open 6 days a week and specializing in all types of truck, trailer, and heavy equipment repair, M&P Repair can take care of all of your needs. Serving the area from their convenient Gate City location on U.S. Highway 23 North, M&P Repair also works with owner-operators and fleet operators for maintenance, repairs, and they also give free estimates. So give them a call today at 276-870-0989. That's 276-870-0989. M&P Repair proudly supports Gate City Athletics.
And we are back, folks, here live from Abingdon High School in Abingdon, Virginia, here in Washington County, again, getting set for the Blue Devils and the Falcons in the conference opener for Gate City as we get a little bit closer to game time, 25 minutes away from the kick here. Really quick, again, want to thank Premier Pharmacy, one of our sponsors. They have sponsored our Player of the Week awards for the last 5 years. And again, this year, we've started as well. Each of these individuals that wins the Player of the Week award gets nominated and will put into the Player of the Year opportunity to vote later on. And again, we'll get into that a little bit as we get closer to the end of the season. But this week's Northeast Tennessee Premier Pharmacy Player of the Week is Sullivan South quarterback Luke Pollock. In last week's 59-46 victory over Volunteer, the Rebel accounted for 5 total touchdowns, 4 on the ground, combined for 312 yards of total offense. Again, and he's got him primed for this Granger matchup coming up tonight. Southwest Virginia Premier Pharmacy player is Richland's talented Race Moore. The converted tight end was pinpoint with his passing last week. In his first full season as a quarterback, completed 19 of 24 passes for 241 yards, throwing 3 touchdowns, and that 42-7 win on Friday night. Again, he helped the Blue Tornadoes hold a 3-1 advantage in terms of time and possession against the Blue Devils. In Gate City's Premier Pharmacy Players of the Week was Levi Roden and Luke Reed. In the game, Reed rushed 8 times for 58 yards and was in on many key plays, especially on defense. Then Roden had dazzled the crowd with a 50-yard punt return and provided some big hits. Again, the big hit of the night, of course, the one that took him out of the ball game for a little bit. But again, he had 8 tackles in the ball game. And again, so our players of the week, Levi Roden and Luke Reed.
I thought Roden was gone on that punt return.
Exactly. He one man to beat. One man to beat again. But thank you, Premier Pharmacy. Again, Premier Pharmacy has proudly served our region and local sports for the last 30 years. They specialize in creating personalized medicine. Give them a call today, 423-245-1022, or go to www.rxpremier.com to learn more. So, Mr. Ferguson, how are you today with your rice pilaf?
Doing good, Joe. Welcome, everybody, to Abingdon High School. We're beautiful night out here tonight, isn't it, Joe?
Yes, indeed.
Everybody's doing good.
So tell us a little bit about, you just come from the field. Tell us a little bit about the injuries and the starting lineup.
Well, for the Blue Devils, we want the good news or the bad news. The good news is Drew will be back playing tonight. Drew Rebellion, who got hurt last week. He'll only be punting, is what the coach had told me, so we'll see if that changes as time goes on. One injury update, Jordan Miller is out tonight with the injuries sustained last week. and Michael Calhoun is back, and pretty much everything else is still the same. We're still shorter running back, and we did have one of our players, Easton Castle, he's a sophomore. He got a concussion on Monday, and he won't be playing tonight, or ran into him down on the sidelines. Must have been a pretty bad concussion. He was telling me he didn't even really look up, and the light really bothers him. So that shows you the effect of concussions and how the protocol really needs to be taken care of for those things. So, but that's our injury update, and the good, not too much change there. We do deal with a couple of injuries, and it looks like we have, I think, 5 players out tonight. So.
That's not. Yeah, well, all righty. Well, let's talk a little bit about Southwest Virginia, and then we'll get into your starting lineup and a few of the keys for the ball game. So let's talk about the big one up in Richlands. We saw the Blue Tornadoes last week up live in person. Again, they take on Union tonight. Last year, Union won a classic, 13-10. Union compiled 438 yards last week against J.I. Burton. But this rivalry has had some fantastic finishes. Don't be surprised. Again, we talked about it last week. 6'5" kicker Levi Forrest. I think he may be the difference. I've got Richlands winning a close one, 28-26.
I also picked Richlands in as people can look on our Facebook page to see. And I picked Richlands just because of what we saw last week in the speed. And you can only lose under one player when you happen to go to Virginia Tech, Mitchell. I think there's still going to be a little bit of adjustment. And until I see somebody play better than Richlands last week, I'm going to ride the Richlands train.
Shelby Valley at Richview. We'll be seeing Richview here in about 3 weeks. Again, they are the preseason favorite to win the conference. Division I prospect Trenton Atkins had a great game, but his backup, which is a transfer from Eastside, Matthew Sexton, he had 109 yards and 4 scores last week. Again, after his 215-yard effort against Grundy, it's going to be interesting to see if this dynamic duo continues. I've got Ridgeview winning, going away, 49-14.
Same here. Ridgeview loaded team. I think this could be a homecoming game right there. Shelby Valley, a little small school over in Kentucky. So, I say 42-6.
Graham and Tazewell. Tazewell played Virginia High tough last week. Of course, falling late in the fourth quarter. Graham got wiped away from Bluefield. Again, that 38-14 loss. Cam Allen, though, threw for 204 yards. This is a physical Graham football team, as we found out in the preseason. Gate City got Graham winning this one big, 48-24.
Yeah. At least 30 points.
J.I. Burton, Chilhowie, considered to be one of the better teams in the region. Again, 20 returning starters last year. Chilhowie beat J.I. Burton twice last season, 36-0 in the regular season, 42-7 in the Region D final. Again, quarterback Houston Thackers carved up the Bears last week for J.I. Burton, and I think J.I. Burton, don't sleep on them this year, but Chilhowie has too much. Chilhowie 42, J.I. Burton 22.
I do think Chilhowie will win. I think it's going to be a little bit closer. About a 14-point game.
Fort Chisholm at George Wythe. The story, again, two teams going in the opposite direction. Fort Chisholm has had a better run of it the last little bit. Again, Fort Chisholm, they opened up with a 24-point win over Royal Retreat just last week. George Wythe, a 21-point setback against Radford. Fort Chisholm touchdown last year late, and this is a rivalry game. Fort Chisholm, I think, pulls the upset, 28-26.
Also, fast knock around. George Wythe will win this one by about 10 points, 35-25 in an odd game.
35-25. Grundy, and we saw them against Ridgeview taking on the chin. They beat Riverview last year. Riverview finished with negative 46 yards rushing. This one's not going to be close. 48-6. Grundy will take care of it.
Riverview is not Ridgeview. It's big.
Honaker at Castlewood. This is a rivalry game. And again, Honaker can improve to 2-0 with a win here over a good Castlewood football team. Castlewood's lost 5 straight games, though, dating back to last year. It's the longest current skid in Southwest Virginia. The Blue Devils will not break the streak tonight. I've got Honaker winning a close game, 31-27.
I think Honaker will win by about 16, 17 points. It's an on time, but I think the Nuggets going to put it together.
Hurley at Eastern Montgomery. We saw Eastern Montgomery against Holston last week. Hurley, a little bit more speed, a little more athleticism. Again, Hurley's big, and again, they beat Rock Cove last week. Hurley wins this ballgame, I think, 20-16.
I agree with you, Hurley.
Patrick Henry at Rock Cove. You feel for Rock Cove. They played well last week, but again, they didn't come up with the win. Patrick Henry, though, they were loaded for bear and gave Castlewood a dose of it last week. Patrick Henry, though, improved, got most of their kids back. Zach Brown, Cody Smith, Patrick Henry, 49, Rock Cove, 24.
Yeah, maybe even worse than that. Rock Cove is going to pull 1 or 2 out of it.
Hope so. Holston and hosting Twin Springs. Twin Springs played extremely well in Keith Warner's debut last week. They did fall 41-30 against Northwood, but they've got some skill. I think this game will be close, but I think Holston at home takes the win, 33-29.
I agree with you.
Tommy Walker, Harlan Independent. Tommy Walker again came up just a little bit short last week. Played a great game last week last year, with Harlan. It was a 13-7 game. Look for similar tonight. Again, it's at Harlan. Thomas Walker's probably going to have to beat them. The referees, the crowd, everything. I think they get it done 28-25.
Harlan, at least 15 points.
15 points. There we go. Marion at Northwood. Marion again took it on the chin from Joe Howie last week. Northwood with that victory over Twin Springs. Again, outside linebacker Andrew Doan led the defense for Northwood. I think that they are improved, but Marion's got a little bit too much. Marion wins this ball game, 40-22.
Yeah, you sound like you know what you're talking about on that game.
John Battle at Virginia High, right down the road from us. Again, Virginia High, don't sleep on the Bearcats this year. I think they've got a lot of people back. Not a lot of people's talking about them, but I think they're going to be there in the playoff time. John Battle managed just 138 yards against Abingdon last week. Virginia High, I think, wins big, 42-13.
Yeah, I agree. Also, Virginia High's battles down a little bit, so that equals about a point game.
Lebanon at Lehigh. We'll see Lehigh later in the season. Lehigh took an absolute whooping at the Stone Castle, 41-0 last week. I think they'll be better this week against Lebanon. Lehigh beats Lebanon 28-13.
No, I think Lebanon's going to continue the.
Now you do know this is recorded, right? So people, okay. There we go. Montcalm at Twin Valley. Twin Valley again is a little bit down this year. I think even at home, I think they come up 1 point short, 24-23.
Okay, I'll go with you.
All right. Well, again, like I said, we're here at Abingdon High School. The Gate City Band is out there entertaining the folks right now. Both teams have warmed up. They're off the field now, making their final preparations, and we will as well. We're going to take a break, come back. Rob will give us the starting lineup. We'll have a few odds and ends we'll talk about. We'll get you ready for this matchup. And again, we kick off. We're about 16 minutes away, so you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Ken Russell's Barbershop wants to wish the Gate City Blue Devils the best for a great season and wants to thank all of the Blue Devil fans, alumni, and students for their patronage over the last 30 years. And to look your best at the next Blue Devil sporting event, stop by and see Ken and Joey on your way to the game. They are located on Lynn Garden Drive in Kingsport next to Collins Auto Center. Proud supporters of local athletics for almost 4 decades, Ken and Joey Russell say, "Go Big Blue!" For exceptional Mexican food and the perfect place to stop in before heading out to watch another Gate City victory, La Carreta Express in Weber City offers a tremendous menu of authentic Mexican cuisine at a great price. La Carreta proudly supports Blue Devil sports, and they're open 7 days a week, even until 10 p.m. every night except Sunday. So dine in with them today or give them a call at 276-386-7000 for call-in orders. Again, that's 276-386-7000, and they're located next to Weber City Drug on U.S. Highway 23 in Weber City.
And we are back here live again at Abingdon High School, Gate City football on Gate City Sports Radio. Again, really quick, we want to mention our sponsors. We want to thank them again for everything they do for us, for making this possible. Campus Drive-In, again, they are the sponsor of our halftime show, and we want to listen to us, especially at halftime for all the scores and highlights of the first half, and again, for all the games going on